It's time for game one.
It's time for game one, brother.
Let's get into it, baby. These stacked lobbies, they're all good to go. We are live from Twitchcon. Game one, heat one.
Now, we've seen in the past, regardless of what play setup they're utilizing, it has not really diminished the performance. Nick Merckx and Aiden at PAX West put on an excellent show, both controller players.
Yep.
Now, out here, this little set of buildings, this is a pretty common drop for Tfue and CLOAK.
Oh, yeah.
A ton of loot concentrated in one area, not often contested. I think most likely because players understand Tfue is going to be here every single time. Absolutely. This is his go-to spot, and I wouldn't want to contest it either.
And what's funny is, you know, Tfue is going to be rocking that no skin setup. That's just how he is. So you almost are certain if you land at this area on the map and you see a no skin setup, it's going to wind up being Tfue. A look there.
Looks like Chaos probably took about 50% of his health off.
And he's only got, you know, the basic burst assault rifle there, and that's rough. Looks like his teammate's going to be pushing on forward. They want to make some sort of play, maybe get into an advantageous position. You saw both these players, no shields, not the case for Tfue and CLOAK, as they should have a health advantage.
You notice too, the bottom of your screen. S down to 10 HP, backing out. Opportunity gets the knock on Chaos. The AR shots, excellent.
Just there. Like that.
Capitalizing, I mean, this is their drop zone.
And immediately gets the heavy shotgun as well. My favorite weapon, you know, to have to swap on over to for that close range engagement. Tfue and CLOAK, the exact start you expect from two of the best players in the world. You can make an argument for them potentially being the best duo. Here's our scoreboard.
So Noobtra and Nova, the only team thus far with 3 eliminations between the two of them, which is 1 point. So they're in an excellent position right now. Both carrying at least a bit of shield. Maybe not at the state where they feel comfortable taking an engagement. Not looking like CLOAK and Tfue. 2 eliminations there, full health, full shield. Same like you said, ownership of these services is huge.
Yep.
When you're starting to build up around other teams, you see multiple teams, like you said, Tfue and CLOAK still on the top.
He's got the heavy sniper as well. My gosh, we've seen what Tfue can do with this weapon. Just barely missed that shot. Now the Make It Rain bonus area did just end. We'll have updates for you guys at the end of the game of who winds up taking that home, or if someone winds up taking it home. Yes, that is very key.
If 2 teams tied on elimination count there, it's going to roll over to the next game. Tfue gets a shot there on Flowers, gets the elimination.
Absolutely 3 for this squad. That should be a point now for Tfue and CLOAK. They are on the board. Remember, CLOAK got those first 2 eliminations. So now, I believe it's almost time for them to go.
Now that heavy sniper is more than just a utility for getting eliminations at range. You'll see if we get to the late game and Tfue is built up directly next to someone, they'll use it as a breaching tool too, because it will one-shot any surface that a player builds up. Now, there's that CLOAK, the Tfue and CLOAK can go for the deploy on the glider there, try and get immediate height advantage in the team underneath. These guys are, they always, I feel like, have a top-down view of everybody.
But
big
this
shots on Tfue.
He just got rocked right there. Gonna go ahead and pop these minis and the slurp. We'll put him at around 145 total HP in there. Great use of bandages. The slurp will, if he can get these bandages up to 75, the slurp will fully get him back at 200 HP. CLOAK just protecting him right now.
Do everything he can while Tfue's trying to heal back up. And it looks like there is a team pushing up immediately to the northwest. They're going to build up. Now, because of the glider change, these fights can play out a little differently than we've seen in the past.
A lot
they could just, Tfue and CLOAK, if they feel like they're going to get shot down, maybe somebody's going to get the height advantage on them, they could just jump off and glide away.
Yep. No, that's completely changed how the game is played now. This would be almost certain death being this high up with so many players around. There's a look at the match stats right now. Almost 20 minutes into this game, still 49 players left, which is just absolutely nuts.
We've seen pretty stacked lobbies like this in the past. We're getting ready for that storm to move here in 12 seconds. Guarantee you Tfue and CLOAK are going to take that glider.
This is that high ground.
Actually, Tfue and CLOAK are split. They have Crit is stacked between them in the tower that they're in. I'm assuming Crit's teammate is down below at the very bottom.
But see, CLOAK still has a rift to go, so I'm wondering if they use the rift to go right now to get, you know, easy rotations. It looks like they're going to try to farm a limbs right here. Some great tags, players beginning to glide. Everyone now soaring through the air as it's an all-out race for this next zone. Waiting, dropping down right at the perfect time. Now CLOAK on the ground, looks to try to claim one area as his own. This is where the lobbies begin to drop quick. Take a look at that player number on the right side of your screen. Still 30 seconds on this rotation. Nice now down. Ashton now down. You see Bartonologist has been eliminated. The lobby beginning to drop like flies as everyone has begun an all-out assault, Lupo, and this is honestly how you expect it to go.
Everyone is still moving. You can see in the top left of the screen for a moment there, people still stuck outside the zone. Tfue and CLOAK trying to make their way inside, building up just each layer one at a time, and even a window there in case they need to cover each other through the layers. Just trying to take as many shots as they can.
This 8 damage zone. This 8 damage zone.
Multiple players going down to the zone. You see in your feed there. Mr. Gubber gets a double there. General Vicaros goes down.
And look, only 20 players left now. Tfue gets the knock on the Mars. A great shot from Mitro, who had one of the best plays. You see 5 eliminations, and now everyone gets brought up by the Rift to go, and this will completely change it. They're going to try to just slowly float on down.
The only risk right now with a slow drop is if players down there secure a little box for themselves and look up, they can take shots on a lot of these players that are just floating in. CLOAK and Tfue landing on top of each other. And
that's that beautiful communication. Think of that call out, right? Like, look at all the little builds there are. They know exactly which box they want to land on in. 16 players left. We're now moving towards when the bonus points come in for those top placings. Remember, 4th and 5th place, you get a point. 2nd or 3rd, you get 2 points. First, the Victory Royale, 3 points. Everyone has that on their mind. 12 players remaining. CLOAK now knocked. Tfue with a quick shot of the heavy will look for the elimination himself. Will he be able to save CLOAK? I just don't believe so with this zone moving on in. It's all down to Tfue. He's building on up. 7 players left. I believe he has the high ground for the moment. And it just seems like, Lupo, he is always in these positions.
This is a position we've seen him in so many times in the past through
4 left.
Fall skirmish, summer skirmish. This is, and there you go. Using that heavy snipe as a way to breach through surfaces.
It's a 1v1v1. It's a 1v1v1, and Tfue still has the high ground. You cannot make this up. This has all the signs of a Tfue and CLOAK game 1 victory here. For Mitro, this zone will chunk him on down. There's the quick shot from Hero. The double barrel's so good.
1v1.
Tfue looks like he's ready for the heal. It's not going to come on in. Tfue blocked by the tree. But Hero gets dropped by the storm, and just like that, Tfue and CLOAK set the tone and prove why they are 2 of the favorites here this weekend.
Not even a little surprised, to be quite honest with you. We've seen Tfue, even while he had the flu multiple weeks in the past. Tfue, like, just dominating, still dominating.
Absolutely wild. I believe we have another replay package to take a look at from that final game. Again, from Tfue and CLOAK. Landing where you'd expect. Down here towards the southeasternmost part of the map, as they picked up that quick elimination versus Acid, who they fought early on last game too.
They did. It is going to be interesting to see if you see players like that, because Acid, they know that Tfue and CLOAK land in the same location pretty much every single time. Are they going to start avoiding that, knowing full well that that's going to be a tough engagement to take? Or are they going to go in for round 2, round 3, round 4 to try and establish dominance and take control of that zone, because it's such a good landing spot. A lot of chests, a lot of loot, a lot of resources. But yeah, Tfue here, this top-down view of everybody using just enough to get in the zone.
He's not 1 or 2 layers above. He's
3, 4, 5, 6,
like 6 layers up. There's no way anyone's even noticing him. Because of the Glido redeploy, he's able to drop down without taking damage, even with 0 materials.
Catches General rotating in, trying to jump down.
He saw he wanted that med kit, but he knew he didn't have enough time to use it.
CLOAK and Tfue built up around this little sports complex here, just west of Tilted, but they're not alone. Mountain and Eternal. Also have Frosty and Vertnex.
So, in the next 10 seconds when Make It Rain begins, this is for double the prize money. Here it is. Who will wind up taking this home? Or will it move on again? Up into the finals on Sunday, even more money on the line.
Here we go. 5 minutes, 20 seconds for $20,000. CLOAK, he's spamming the grenades down below just to see if he can knock some structure out, expose his opponent underneath. They're going to just keep going for it.
10 nades, my goodness. They're not even there. That last one might hit.
Got shots from the side, gets a bunch of tanks, 35. There's no shield on the target, so the call out on Eternal is definitely a get aggressive right now. No shield on the target. The trade out there, Tfue getting Eternal. The elimination, which means a 2v1 situation now. Mountain still above them somewhere. Sounds like Tfue is in it and catches him. You see in the feed there, Tfue shotgunning Mountain FPS. The second Elin, wiping that team. CLOAK and Tfue both still alive. Looks like a second team has moved in. It's the
Kayun and Sean. This is a huge battle right here between Ghost and FaZe, 2 of the most prominent organizations in Fortnite competition. Tfue and CLOAK still just spraying. There's another elimination down on the Crashy. They're on the low ground this time around. Not used to seeing Tfue and CLOAK in this position.
Well, maybe going for a sneaks a
Did
grenade.
that sneak in there? Oh, just barely missed.
Very
Look at all that loot. You know how badly Tfue wants to try to make a move towards us, and here he goes. Yep, I knew it. It was only a matter of time. Does get tagged on up once they have another Rift to go in their inventory. And you saw that? The heavy sniper on the ground as well. If Tfue can live through this moment,
you know he's going to go for it.
This might have all the signs of another great endgame.
It's such a big utility piece for this team, too. We've seen in the past, multiple teams will use it as a way to bash through and surprise opponents, just catch them off guard almost immediately to spray from what looks like, is that the gas station
Look
building?
at his materials. 3,000
almost max.
mats.
Almost max.
He could build forever. They're in a brilliant position now. I don't know if they've grabbed the heavy sniper yet. I think they're waiting to potentially pop the Rift to go. Heals coming on in. They're just chilling for the moment. Zone about to close. Is it Rift time?
Might potentially
it
be.
absolutely
there it
is.
Coming out. And
They'll grab the heavy sniper with it, and they are gone.
From the very edge of the zone, don't blame them. A good rotation moment.
This is insane.
Potentially a couple teams up top. This is a massive hillside, though.
Oh, yeah.
Which means teams are going to be forced to engage if they're caught on the bottom side of this, because we're getting very close to the moment where the circle is going to start to rotate. It's going to relocate, and so players are going to get pushed off of the side of this hill.
This is a straight-up build battle right now for Tfue. Looks like he's got the high ground at the moment.
Look at the speed at which they're just layering and layering and layering. And every single one of those builds is reestablished, too, with multiple walls and floor surfaces. Just so you can't just shoot out one piece. You have to shoot out multiple pieces.
Basically just build battled 2 people right there by himself. And just like that, Tfue.
66 the crit, 33.
It's back where he always
shield
is.
left.
On the highest of high ground.
Campfire, 2 minis, a full grappler, and still, we saw Tfue earlier with almost 3,000 materials, and at that point, we just saw he had burnt about 2,000 of it in amidst those fights.
How crazy
200
is that,
plus
man?
builds in a 1v2 situation as he's building up the shots down from above, still just trying to spray out. Every time, if you have the ammunition to hold down left click and knock out all these structures that opponents are putting up, you're burning through their materials and putting them in a more exposed position because they can't reinforce.
You mentioned if you have the ammo to do it, Tfue doesn't. He's down to 45 AR shots right now. So he's wasting a lot of his resources. CLOAK's only got 80 as well. They've got to make the most of the end of this. CLOAK seems like he's found his little pocket where he wants to begin to slay on out from, as it looks like Tfue's in another build battle. And you see, in this build battle, CLOAK stops for a second to try to help knock down this opponent, to give Tfue any help he can get in that engagement. They're back on the high ground again, and CLOAK's turn now to take this role and just shoot down on any unsuspecting enemy. Like this.
What a shot. X's from Trouble Boys goes down.
They're
to
always
shotgun.
up top. It is nuts, man.
First standings.
Place, not even close.
15
Not
points.
even close.
What a lead.
There you go. I knew it.
Yeah, taking selfies.
Oh, hey guys, sorry, I was not even worth it. Hey, not surprising that CLOAK and Tfue take away that dub here in heat number 1. Guys, let's just talk about this, okay? So first off, what is it like and what was the journey like for you guys making it here?
The journey? Like what, like grinding or like the actual travel?
Let's do both.
All right, so I mean, the travel wasn't bad. We're staying in LA right now, so it was like a 40-minute flight. We flew up yesterday. But other than that, we've been grinding in scrims, playing in my Discord, other competitive Discords, just every day grinding, whether it's solos or duos or whatever. But what do you guys say, man?
That's pretty much it. Every single day, nonstop, probably about 12, 15 hours a day.
There you go. Now, what's interesting is you guys have really adapted the glider redeploy. And you guys, I mean, you make it look seamless, right? You always have high ground or you're rotating around. I mean, how has that changed the way you approach Fortnite?
It's changed a lot. Like, when like people are rotating, it's so much harder to get kills now, or eliminations, I should say. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you use less mats now, so more people are building. It changes the game a lot, but what do you think?
It changes the game completely. We're saving ammo instead of shooting people out because there's really no point to shoot them out because they're just going to live anyway. But there's a lot more people in game with mats. So that's only kind of hard part, but other than that, it's not really too bad.
So, I mean, were you guys coming in being like, yeah, we're going to be the #1 duo in Heat 1? Did you guys, like, falter at any point, or was it just, like, all confidence?
Well, I mean, I like to come into every tournament, like, super confident. I think it helps me play better. But we tried really hard the first game. We ended up getting the win. The second game, we ended up getting, like, what, second place? And then after that, we're like, all right, screw the win. Let's just, when the horn hits, we're just going to try to get as many eliminations as possible, and that did not work at all. That was
It didn't work. It didn't work. We chased someone from, I think, Risky Reels all the way to Tomato Bridge. Didn't even get the kill. About 2,000 mats later, 12 explode, 10 nades, no kills. So that's what happened.
Final question for you. What's it like being able to mix it up with the European players?
I mean, I don't really know who I was fighting, so I don't know. I mean, it could have been anyone. We could have not fought any EU players, so we don't know.
So it's just all one big blur. You guys are like, look, we eliminated everyone all the time, nonstop, classic Tfue and CLOAK. That's us.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the last 2 games we were just holding W on people. We were just rushing people, but hopefully, you know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, there you go.